Hi there, it's Miss Julie from Shining Brightly, back to talk a little bit more about sharing. Today's video is about ways to encourage children to share, and if that's something that interests you, I'd love for you to stick around. The first thing we do to encourage children to share is by first modeling and demonstrating all the time what that looks like. So I might be sharing my ice cream with my daughter, and I might say, I love sharing with you. I might share my bed at night with one of my children, and they just need a little extra love and some extra snuggles, and I'd say I love sharing my bed with you. Or we are eating pizza and the last piece is wanted by more than just myself. I might say, you know what? I'd like to share this with you. And through those instances, children are very easily watching, listening, and learning because it's what you're doing, and you're their leader, you're their guide, you're showing them the way. And there's many opportunities throughout the day to model this, but saying out loud what you're doing helps them attach that word sharing to physical actions and things you are doing with your body and your words. The next thing we're going to do is to point out what sharing feels like for you and for others using facts as best as you can. So let's dive into a few examples. The first one being, for example, today at school, we had two little girls, both interested in playing with the trains. One girl came over and asked very nicely, "May I play with you?" And the little girl responded, "I would like to play by myself," but she handed her one of the trains to play with while she waited. And eventually they did end up playing with the train tracks together, but I simply pointed out, so-and-so, did you see the smile on her face when you shared with her? And then I asked her, I said, how did you feel when she shared with you? She got this huge smile on her face and she said, I felt good. And I looked at the first little girl and I said, you helped her feel good today. You spread joy today. And simply pointing it out sometimes is very valuable and very strong because that feeling inside is something they would like to repeat. When you truly share something that's yours or you feel like is yours at that time, it feels good in your body. When it's not someone telling you when to share or how to share or what to share and you feel like it's truly yours and you have the opportunity to share, it feels good. Who doesn't want to feel that again? So let's provide some more examples. A sibling shares with another sibling. Jack, you shared that with Mark? Look at how happy he is now because you gave that to him. How does it feel when you share something like that? Inevitably they smile because they see someone else smiling and they see that they made them smile and it feels good. It feels really good inside. Maybe at the park they have their soccer ball and another little boy or girl came over and wants to play and they shared their soccer ball. When they get back in the car, you say, wow, you spread so much joy to that little boy or girl at the playground today. You shared your soccer ball and made them feel so good inside. How does that feel? So consistently pointing out what sharing feels like for them, but also what sharing feels like to the person who's on the receiving end of the sharing is key. And you might say, Julie, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this. The last piece of advice I can give is to trust. To trust that your consistency modeling and demonstrating, your consistency pointing out what sharing feels like when they do it, pointing out what sharing feels like to the other person, but also your consistency to co-regulate with them, that is not wasted. That is simply time that you are showing them you can be a calm, confident guide now and when they're teenagers and when they're young adults. You are the person to come to. So no matter what phase of sharing you're in, whether we're just diving into this because we're 1 or 2, or we're 3 and we're starting to get the idea and we're kind of doing it on our own, or 4 or 5 or 6, this is something that is a process. Just like learning to walk, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a little time, but I promise it is worth the time you put in. I hope this helpful to anybody who's out there listening. I hope you all enjoy the cosmos in the garden today, because my gosh, are they putting on a show right now. And I hope you all get to enjoy this beautiful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.